I am Dr. Ajay Aniruddha Tavre. I am Medical Superintendent of Sassoon General Hospitals, Pune. Ours is one of the important, biggest government hospital in Maharashtra. Now I am holding the charge of Sassoon Hospital, Medical Superintendent. This is the administrative post. Now what is the administration? It is the process by which the potentials of men and materials are synthesized and activated for achievement of the defined goal. Now in the hospital setup, main is doctors, nursing staff, technicians, class 4 workers and other paramedical staff. Now materials are medical equipment and infrastructure, and goal is provision of appropriate medical care. Now what are the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic? The COVID-19 pandemic is unique because of its scale, speed of its spread, lack of pre-existing scientific data and importance of public awareness. It challenged our established healthcare system and hospital administration in many ways. It demanded a coordinated and multidisciplinary management between specialists in infectious diseases, ICUs, and infection prevention and control, preventive and social medicine and hospital management. Now, challenges encountered and solutions in this pandemic. Now, adapting to new virus, new scientific and epidemiological approaches is very important. The new national and international protocols, they are also important. We have to follow these protocols. Management of suspected and confirmed cases. In this, identifying quarantine facilities and hospital facilities. For example, CCC, DCSC, DCH. Ours is a dedicated COVID hospital. Then carrying out practical exercises within various units like clinical setup, microbiological laboratories, ICUs, and infection prevention and control. Training of healthcare workers on management of COVID-19 is also very important aspect. Then implementing technical supervision. Now biosafety levels 3 laboratory examinations. It includes RT-PCR test and rapid antigen test at the earliest. Then regular training of lab technicians regarding this is also very important. Managing and taking care of healthcare workers and their anxiety. Real-time information of healthcare workers and hospital staff. Then effective leadership by heads of the department. Then regular communication on the local situation and media coverage to avoid rumors. Training of donning and doffing and sanitation practices. This donning and doffing is very important aspect because to prevent COVID infection in healthcare workers. Then provision of hotel facilities, food and transport. Now logistic is information and training of healthcare workers for transport of patients, for examination and investigations. Then pre-identified safety circuits for patients, providing cardiac ambulance services, mobilization of security team, systemic medical supervision. Now hazardous waste management, proper protocols should be there for waste management. Then appropriate training of healthcare workers and technical assistance is also important. Then how to do biomedical waste management. We use different types of bags like black bag, red bag, blue bag, green bag, yellow bag, then puncture proof cans. So black bags are used for cytotoxic waste, red bags are used for biohazards, infectious, plastic waste, then blue bags are used for biohazard, infectious, sharp waste. Green bags are used for recyclable waste, then yellow bags are used for biohazards, infectious waste, and proof puncture cans are used for sharp instruments like needles, BP handles, etc. Now, increase the need for manpower for mobilization of within pool of hospital or at regional level. Then identifying professions that are most needed, outsourcing of human resources. In this pandemic, we faced a lot of manpower crunch, so we try to fill this vacancy from outsourcing. So we outsourced our class 4 servants, then nursing staff, then paramedical technicians, paramedical staff. Then increase the need for patients' bed. How to prioritize COVID-19 patients depending on severity of disease. This is also very important aspect because there were a lot of patients who were waiting in our casualty for bed. Then making available and more beds and managing vacancies efficiently, this is also important aspects in this bed management. Then maintaining teaching activities to teach students and residents about COVID-19 pandemic, organizing training of healthcare workers, then organizing the development of research projects, putting in place a corona cell for information research purposes. This corona cell is very important part for this data collection. We collect data, we send this data to our corona cell, and then it is circulated to our state authority or national authority. Then pre-validation of circuits to deal with research during pandemic, then harmonizing clinical research with patient care. Then material management is also a very important part. How to provide oxygen, central oxygen, central suction system, then supply PPE kits, ventilators, monitors, then remdesivir injections and other COVID pandemic, COVID specific drugs and surgical equipments. So we got lot of these instruments and medicines, then surgical equipments through our CSR. Now new challenges of mucormycosis. There are now increased the case of COVID as well as post-COVID patients. Currently around 120 patients are being treated in our Sassoon Hospital of mucormycosis. We are anticipating further rise in these cases. Accordingly, preparedness for infrastructure, material and manpower management being strengthened. COVID-19 infection, we have dedicated building specially for COVID-19 vaccination. We are having dedicated team of experts which includes anesthetists, physicians and very trained nursing facilities for vaccinations. Now, how is the administrative setup in our hospital? We are having medical superintendent post, then deputy medical superintendent post, then administrative officers like casualty medical officers, then recent medical officers, blood transfusion officers, then paramedical staff which include technicians, pharmacists, then nursing staff, physiotherapists, class 3 and class 4 persons, etc. Then allied services like patient food services, CSSD services, laundry services, biomedical waste management services, hospital PWD services, medical record keepings, billing services and security services. Now our vision is to provide quality healthcare services to all our patients with integrity, accountability and compassion. Our mission is to provide timely medical care to the people and community who we serve and to contribute to advances in healthcare through education and research. Now, what is administrative skill? It is of three types: technical skill, human skill, conceptual skill. In technical skill, there are two types: managerial skills and budget skills. Now, managerial skills: efficient utilization of available manpower and resources for managing sudden increase in patient load of COVID-19 pandemic. Then budget skills, then pursuing higher authorities for COVID-19 specific requirements, then raising CSR funds. Now human skills, which includes leadership skills, which means implementing and regulating new policies, new techniques. Interpersonal skills, motivating hospital staff members to face the challenges of COVID-19. Then negotiating skills to achieve maximum efficiency out of available resources. Now conceptual skills, planning and decision making skills, adapting to new challenges of COVID-19 and quick decision making with ethical judgment. Innovative skills to tackle the novel pandemic, example use of triple layer mask, face shield. We started to use face shields like Bosley's hood, then new drug combinations we are using. Then research oriented skills that includes BCG trial, plasma therapy trial, tocilizumab clinical trials. Now, what is the role of hospital administrator in COVID-19 pandemics? It includes role towards patients and their relatives, role towards community, organization, role towards state and country and judiciary. Now, what is role towards patients? Clinical and physical needs, dedicated ICU, HDU, operation theatre, dialysis facilities, oxygen beds, newborn care units for suspected as well as COVID-19 confirmed positive case patients. We are having dialysis center. There are 4 dialysis units in our hospital. In this pandemic, last 1 year, we did lot of dialysis in many patients because many private and government dialysis centers were closed at that time. Now, developing advanced investigation techniques. Availability of recent and advanced investigation techniques in the hospital is very important. microbiological lab tests like rapid antigen test, CBNAT test, RT-PCR test, COVID-19 antibody test. Then COVID labs, laboratory examinations like D-dimer examination, then LDH examination, interleukin 6, serum ferritin, etc. Then radiological examinations like HRCT, MRI, CT scan, chest X-ray. Developing patient care measures, provision of hygienic palatable food and drinking water is very important. We are getting this palatable food through our Dagudu Seth Trust. And council of patients and their relatives is also important. For this facility, we are using medical social worker. We are having separate department of this for this counseling. Then arranging communication between patients in isolation and their relatives through video calling, etc. Then installing patient safety measures. We installed fire alarm system, then fire extinguishers, CCTV monitoring system for safety measures. Formation of COVID specific policies, regular revision of COVID specific policies and protocols, specific measures for admission, discharge and transport of COVID patients. Dead body management, that includes body preparation, transport, storage and handover, and separate facilities for relatives of COVID-19 patients. Then rules and regulations in the hospitals, rules for strict measures for prevention of COVID-19 spread like use of mask, hand hygiene and social distancing. We prohibit alcohol, tobacco and smoking in hospital campus. Now, what is role towards community? It includes supports of community health needs through plasma donation, social awareness about COVID-19 disease, identifying and isolating suspected as well as positive cases after community surveillance. For that, at Pune airport, we sent specialized team and integrate with other healthcare institutes, private hospital, practitioners, public health department, district administration and local authorities. We sent our specialized doctors in Naidu Hospital and Darvi Hospital. Now, role towards organization, legal and statutory responsibilities, public relations, management information services, staff management, maintenance services, ethic and code conduct, hospital safety, planning and decisions, finance and budgeting. Role towards state and country, implement state and central government policies, gain timely knowledge about various government resolutions and regulations passed by government agencies, departments, have thorough understanding of rights of patients, right to information act, etc. Then should have information about provision of National Medical Council and State Medical Council. Role towards judiciary, comply with judicial orders and ordinance passed, separate provision for COVID positive prisoners and custody patients, separate examinations room for COVID positive patients in sexual offences and emergency cases, provision and training of police personnel regarding PP kits, should acquire technical knowledge about legal and medical legal procedures and should inform relevant details in certain matters to judiciary and law departments, should preserve and provide medical and medical legal records for timely provisions in courts of law. Now, staff management, manpower planning. We have to adjust according to distribution of class 4 and and other staff. For that, we started rewards and promotions. We increased the wages and salaries. We started to take disciplinary action against those who are absent on their duties. For example, staff nurses, class 4s and paramedical staff, we recruit them through outsourcing. Then selections, training is also important. Then performance appraisal and grievance redressal. Now, material management, material planning, for example, ward equipments, repair, working, non-working, working of those we have to repair them through our repair section. Then disposal of scraps and waste through waste management, and transportation of hospital ambulance, maintenance, etc. And distribution, storage of surgical store, medical store, inspection of ward and hospital round, PWD services, hospital administration, procurement and quality assessment. Financial management, recurrent capital generation, counting distribution heads, accounting expenditure, surplus deficit, revised estimations and budgeting, that is planned and non-planned budgeting. Hospital information system, it is used for billing and payment, operational planning and budgeting, patient feedback system and communication, and to keep medical records like medical and medical legal records. Now, paramedical staff management and duty arrangements for COVID-19. For that, categories of human resources deployed in COVID-19 hospitals. We deployed consultant doctors like physician, intensivist, pediatrician, then residents of anesthesia, medicine, pulmonary medicine, pediatric, ENT. Then we deployed ICU technicians, staff nurses, sister in charge, phlebotomist, lab technician, lab assistants, dialysis technician, ECG technician, X-ray technician, sanitary inspectors, medical social workers, data entry operators, data management officers, pharmacists, oxygen technician, blood bank technicians, biomedical engineer, ward boy, sweeper, liftman, security guards, then RMO as a administrative officer. Now, what is the ratio of manpower to patients in COVID-19 hospital? For physician in ICU, the ratio is 1:30, and in COVID ward is 1:75. Then for intensivist, it is 1:30 in ICU and 1:150 in wards. And for pediatrician, it is 1:10 in both ICU and wards. Then residents like MD anesthesia, MD medicine, 1:12 in ICU and 1:30 in wards. Then pediatric resident, same 1:10 in ICU and in wards. Then ICU technicians, 1:50 in ICU, then 1:150 in wards. Then staff nurses, 1:4 in ICU and 1:15 in wards. Then sister in charge, 1:30 in ICU and 1:50 in wards. Then phlebotomist, 1:60 in ICU, 1:75 in wards. Then lab technician, 1:60 in ICU and 1:75 in wards. Lab assistant, 1:60 in ICU, 1:75 in wards. Dialysis technician, 1:40 in ICU and 1:150 in wards. ECG technicians, 1:60 in ICU and 1:75 in wards. X-ray technician, the ratio is 1:120. Sanitary inspector, 1:120. And medical social workers, the ratio is same, 1:120. Then blood bank technician, the ratio is 1:60. Biomedical engineer, we deployed total 2 biomedical engineers in our hospital. Then ward boy ratio and sweeper ratio is 1:20 in ICU. Then security guards, 2 per floor, and RMO is 1 per shift. We got major contributions for this hospital. Respected Deputy CM Mr. Ajit Dada Pawar Sahib, then respected Mr. Choklingam sir, who is administrator of our Sassoon General Hospital, then respected Dr. Lahani sir, who is director of our DMER, then respected Dr. Chandranwali sir, who is joint director, and respected Dr. Tambe sir, who is dean of our medical college and Sassoon Hospital.